The lavish lifestyle of McLaren racer Daniel Ricciardo. Last year, F1 racing ace Daniel Ricciardo earned a solid $32 million for the year, bagging a couple more $1 million endorsement deals along the way. This feat, according to Forbes, makes him the 48th highest paid athlete in 2020. And if that might appear further down the order than you'd expect, keep in mind that his net worth is estimated to be over twice as much. So how does a young, jet-setting bachelor like Ricciardo spend his big bucks? The Aussie is known to keep a low profile, and has spent most of his lockdown on his family farm back in Perth, where he was spotted riding a dirt bike and driving a buggy around a dirt track. Ricciardo, who's known for his warm, jubilant nature and 8 F1 victories and 31 podiums, is not too different from the guy next to him. If the guy next to him also lives in a tax haven, drives around in ultra-rare hypercars, stars in a Netflix documentary, and likes to have his coffee with almond milk, Ricciardo might be the chillest dude on the grid, but he knows how to live it up. The things that Daniel Ricciardo likes to spend his hard-earned money on? Number 1. He owns a mansion in Hollywood. Though Ricciardo might officially reside in Monaco, where he owns an ocean view property, he owns some pretty coveted real estate across the globe, including a Beverly Hills bachelor pad/vacation home reportedly worth a nifty 66 crore. The McLaren racer has been quoted as saying that LA resonated with him. Good enough reason, we reckon. Especially if you have a bit of that Redbull cash lying around. The pad has views of the Pacific Ocean, and the Coldwater Canyon comes with a sun deck, a pool, and a spa. Number 2. He co-owns a brewery in Nice, France. Not to conform to a stereotype, but the Aussie does like a good brew at the end of a long day. Clearly, he couldn't find one in Nice, which led him to co-found a brewery with his mate and former F1 world champion Jenson Button. Ricciardo tapped into France's growing craft beer market, one of Europe's fastest growing ones, and can even be found serving the occasional beer to guests at the Blue Coast Brewery. Blue Coast is expanding. According to Forbes, John Phillips, a 25-year beverage industry veteran, has been brought in to take the company global, with the drink already being served across 250 upscale bars around coastal France. Number 3. He owns cars. Several of them. An Aston Martin Valkyrie. Owning one of the 150 Valkyries built automatically puts you in the ultra-rare league of extraordinary car owners. The RS 25.9 crore excluding taxes hypercar from Aston is the most extreme vehicle they've ever made, and is fashioned, in many ways, after an F1 car. Except this one isn't powered by a hybrid V6, but a beastly 6.5-liter V12, with an electric motor used for a power boost, technically qualifying it as a hybrid. An all-carbon fiber and aerodynamic brilliance, the Valkyrie is the closest to an F1 car that you can own in real life. A McLaren 720S. Most company cars tend to be shaped like a Toyota Camry. Not Ricciardo's, who drives a cool blue McLaren 720S to work, where he drives another, slightly faster McLaren. The 720S costs Rs 4.65 crore, features a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that puts out 710 horsepower of peak power. The top speed goes all the way up to 341 kilometers an hour, but one would have to drive up to an F1 grade racetrack to hit that mark. Oh wait, a Porsche 918 Spyder. Another limited edition hypercar, the 918 Spyder kicked off the era of hyper hybrids, which were powered like a fighter jet but had the mileage of a VW Golf. The car costs nearly $1 million and can hit 100 kilometers an hour from a standstill in 2.6 seconds. One of the few mid-engine cars from Porsche's stable, the Spyder remains a benchmark for the hypercar industry. A Porsche GT3 RS. No enthusiast garage is complete without a GT3 RS. The race-spec sports car is essentially a stripped-out 911, offering faster lap times, stiffer ride, and limitless bragging rights. Priced at Rs 2.3 crore, it puts out 494 brake horsepower and remains the precision driving tool to beat. A Toyota Hilux. A 2006 Toyota Hilux happens to be the first car Ricciardo ever got. A gift from his parents. Daniel claims that the car was given to him specifically due to its inability to be fast. What with it being a full-size pickup and whatnot. That said, we're pretty sure Dan found a way to corner this thing flat out. One of the more modest cars that remain in his collection to this day, the Hilux costs approximately Rs 25 lakh. An Aston Martin Vantage. Since the Valkyrie is a little too extreme for everyday scenarios, it makes sense that Ricciardo keeps a more pedestrian Aston Martin in the garage. One that's powered by a V8 and costs Rs 3.5 crore. Word is, Ricciardo's Vantage went under the hammer recently, with the proceeds of the sale going to a charity dedicated to research into the inherited form of motor neuron disease. And a Vespa. That's right, in order to navigate the narrow streets of Monaco, Ricciardo swears by his Vespa, which he can be found zooming about on after he's had his fill of speed. Thank you for spending time with us. We hope you enjoyed the video. Do let us know about your thoughts. Before going, make sure to like and subscribe so that you never miss another video. Until then, goodbye.